Hello guys and welcome back. So in our previous lesson actually I take you guys through the total breakdown of the motion effect here, whereby we actually make some effect to this our still images in the previous lesson. So in this episode actually I will then walk you through how we can actually add and adjust effects. Okay, so kindly switch back to this LT sequence that we created for this footage here. Okay, so what's the only changes I've done here is I've just mute the sound here, because you can tell from the previous lesson that the sound actually is too loud. Okay, so I've just muted it here. So in case if I'm playing it and you are not hearing any sound, don't be surprised. That's how you can actually mute your sound. Okay, all right. So in this lesson actually, as I said, I will just be adding effect to our clips, and as you can tell, I'm already on my effects panel here. Okay, for which we have a whole section that talk about effects. Okay, but I think as we are going through, I should be just introducing some of the basics effects for you. Okay, and the effect we are going to use here actually is called lightning, to at least beautify this video here a little bit. Okay, it's simple and very easy. So this kind of effect actually is built in Adobe Premiere Pro. All right, so you don't go have to download that kind of. We'll get to a place whereby you have to, you can download some kind of asset and stuff. Okay, and just bring it in. All right, okay. So let's begin. All right. So first, what you need to do here, come to your project panel here and click on effects. Then we just search for light. All right, when you type in light in the search bar here, you have this convolution kernel. Then below it, we have the convolutional kernel light emboss. Okay, so that is the effects that we are just going to use, okay, to put in some kind of effects through this video here. All right, okay. So after you search it and you just click and hold and drag it onto the first video here. All right. So the moment you click and add, you see that the video will have some kind of brightness. All right. All right. So when you come to the effect control here, you see that we have the convolutional kernel here. Okay. So this is where actually we are going to do all the adjustment and stuff. Okay. And for the purpose of this video, actually, I'm just going to use M11, for which you can also go through and use the rest. Okay. But I'm just going to use M11 to demonstrate this kind of effect. All right. So if I start to play my video here, all right, you can tell that from the beginning here, actually, the video actually looks sharp. Okay, it doesn't have any flare, nothing. So select the video here, then bring the header to the end here. You can also adjust it from the top here, all right? So what you need to do here is, when you come to this convolutional kernel, on the M11, just click this toggle animation. It will create a keyframe. Just leave it at where it is -10. That's okay. Use your arrow key to move a little bit forward. Then here we change it to 30. So the moment we change it to 30, you see that the video actually will look some kind of lightning. You see. So this is how the effect is. So after we are done, we can just click on this keyframe. Then you drag it to the end. All right, so now let's pull this thing back and let's hit on play. So maybe you see what I'm saying. So it's actually happening really quick. If you think it's happening really quick, you have the option to actually drag this keyframe back a little bit, okay, so that it will start to build up before it will get to the end. So let's just hit on play. So as you see, very, very quick. So it's very quick because the video itself is not that lengthy. All right, so I think the gap is too much. So let's just reduce it a little bit, no matter how quick it is. I just want you guys to understand how this effect is being used. So if we hit on play, see that place actually will have had some kind of lightning effect. Okay, now let's come to the clip 2. Okay, just click the end here, or let's go back to 1. Then click on this convolutional here and use the keyboard shortcut, which is Ctrl+C, to copy the effect. Then come onto the video 2, but always make sure that your header actually is at the beginning of video 2. All right, then we can right click and hit and click on paste. Automatically it then bring in the effect that we add to the first one, and you can tell this one actually doesn't go to the end because we started from the beginning of the second clip. Okay, so what we need to do here, let's switch it. So from here, actually, you see, we take this one to be the first, then this one is the first one, then you just drag it a little bit. So when the video is playing, it will look some kind of transition. Okay, it will transition very nicely. So if we click back and we hit on play, you can tell that you see, so it builds in. All right, it builds in from here. Then from here, it starts what? Transition in clearly. All right, guys, so that is the effect. That's the reason why I swap it. So which means this keyframe actually is carrying the 30, and this one actually is carrying the -10. All right, okay. So now let's move to the end of the video here, and we are going to apply same effect to it. All right, so what you do here is we can just click on this keyframe here to add it. Okay, when you click it will actually add it. Then we push to the end a little bit. All right, then we type the 30. Then we press enter. All right, so it builds up. So that's how it is. So we push it to the end. If the gap here is too small and you want to have enough gap, all what you need to this slider here, push it inside and you can actually have space. Okay, so that you don't be clicking the wrong keyframe to adjust. All right, okay, so now let's go all the way back and let's play from the beginning here. Okay, let's see actually how it builds up. So my space bar to play, and you see very nicely. Then when it gets here, it also have the same effect. Okay, so what we need to do here is on our third video here, so let's go to the second video. We just copy the same keyframe. Okay, Control C to copy. You come onto the clip 3, then Control V to paste, which will actually paste the same effect. So from here, you see that we have the same effect whilst what it fits in here. All right, so when it gets to the end here, we are just going to repeat the same thing. So here, actually, what I'll do here is I'll just click on this one, the very second frame here, copy it where the head is here. Okay, just press Control V, and it will come straight to that. Push the head forward a little bit, click this one, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. All right, then you can actually push it to the end. All right, so let's just play from this side and see how it actually builds up. So you can tell, you see, it builds in very nicely. So we do the same paste to the last clip here. So Control V, I think we have to go back to copy the whole effect. So just Control C, then we go to the last clip here. Then we do our Control V, all right, which actually will bring both the keyframes. Okay, so maybe when you get to the end here, it will start to have that kind of effect to end the video. So when you are done, just hit Control S to save. As I said, you should cultivate the habit of saving your project always. All right, then let's just go back and start playing through, and you can tell that the video actually lags. You see, it doesn't play smoothly. Then it means that we need to render. We need to render in and out. Okay, so that we can have that kind of smooth play. Okay, so now let's go back, and here we can just go to sequence. Then you go to render in to out. All right, so it doesn't take much time. So as you can see, it's just about 384 rendering frame, which is frame, and it's just about 16 milliseconds or seconds. So let's just wait for it. So as you already know, whenever you render your video in Adobe Premier Pro here, actually, no matter the color, it will change to green. Either being it yellow, it will change to green. Red, it will change to green. So the green actually tells you that this video actually has been rendered in and out. Okay, all right, so I think it's almost done. Let's just wait for it a few seconds, 1 second, and we are good to go. All right, so you see now it plays very, very smoothly. See, very, very smooth. See, very, very smooth. See, very, very smooth. So this is actually how you can use some of the effects in there. Though there are a lot of effects in there, but I decided to use the convolution kernel light emboss to demonstrate to you how you guys can actually add some kind of light effect to your footage. Okay, so now let's just hit it for the last time. So you see very nicely. So before, you see that because of it's just straight ahead, you see that there is some cut there. But because of the effect we have add to it now, you see automatically you would think that it's just a continual process. All right. You see, this is just a very easy effect to apply to your footage. Okay, very, very, very clear. All right, guys. So this actually bring us to the end of this episode. So in our next episode, actually, we will then look at another effect that is called the warp stabilizer. What the warp stabilizer does is it actually when you have a video that you have a shaky in it, it actually will stabilize that video and make it stay focused. All right, so see you in the next video.